So we're doing Get Ready With Me and full face of random makeup, mostly featuring Nomad Cosmetics Oslo palette and very cool tone grayish. And we're doing this look, but we're gonna be talking about the whole move and where we are, and what I do, and what happened lately. The whole spiel and a little bit of apartment tour. If you're interested, if you guys don't know me, it's if your first time. I'm Elaina. I usually do makeup tutorials, reviews, and drag looks, face paint, celebrity impersonation, stuff like that. So check it out later. I'm on Painted with Raven Season 2, available on What Presents Plus. So without further ado, let's get into it. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's go. So we're back here to film Get Ready With Me, and I did something smoky here. And of course I wanted to try one of the Nomad palettes, and this is Oslo. And it's all cool tones. I know a lot of people are excited about this one, and I barely used it in my first look. So I want to use all the cool tones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty much, except for this one. And we're gonna go mostly gray, smoky eye. I mean, it's very simple. So it's not a tutorial per se, but it's a get ready with me. So we're just gonna treat it as such, and I'm gonna start with a darker shade. So the news, I mean, yeah, obviously got the news that we moved to Hollywood. I mean, I say West Hollywood, but it's really Hollywood, because it's a little east of West Hollywood, so it's actually Hollywood, not West Hollywood. But anyway, oh, by the way, the base, if you're wondering, I'm using an alter ego base. And this is one of those weird things that's very random. I was sent this in PR and it's like a clear base, which I usually hate those. But it's so smooth and so perfect, so I don't care. It has no color. I love this base. So yeah, my husband got a job in Van Nuys. As you might know, he's a pilot. And he was flying out of Carlsbad Airport. And Carlsbad, I mean, Carlsbad is kind of like too bush and too quiet, just as quiet little town, very expensive. So I didn't want to live there anyway. So we got an apartment in Huntington Beach. But Huntington Beach was still, I mean, I met a lot of friends there, which I love, and I'm gonna miss them, but it's very, very much almost like a retirement community. It's very quiet. It's like very beachy, obviously because the beach. It's very popular with surfers because it's like a surf destination, I think. And it's like, I'm not a surfer, I'm not a beach person. I'm avoiding UV light, so like a vampire. So I want to keep my skin healthy, so I didn't care for that either. So long story short, I'm glad we moved. Because now you got the job that requires him to fly out of the North Airport. If you don't know the geography here, Carlsbad is south of LA, center, like downtown LA. And Van Nuys is north, it's like in a valley. So Hollywood is like in between. It literally took my husband like 23 minutes to drive to work the other day. It was perfect. It was so much better because his commute has been hell. So, and for me, of course, I have to build up everything from scratch. My Zumba classes. I've been very busy teaching Zumba. As you might know, I haven't filmed because somehow I got so wrapped up in it, and Cat's Instagram and Instagram as it is, it kind of like it's not growing anymore, and YouTube is like very slow, so I lost interest in social media, to be honest, like completely. And I was like, you know what, I might quit everything altogether. But eventually I got my inspiration back. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. I just wanted to teach Zumba, it made me happy. I've been in group exercise for years and years, and that's why my knees are bad. My cartilage is all broken, like in little pieces and chunks. So when I move my knees, like I kind of extend my leg, it makes a scrunchy sound, like it's very, very scary. My husband like, stop doing that. It's very annoying. But I mean, it's not like painful when I move it like that, but it's painful to step on the stairs. And I thought I wouldn't be able to teach again, so I quit. For during pandemic, I only did YouTube. But now I decided to get back to it and actually kind of learned to like work around it. You know, I can do certain movements and I cannot do certain movements. So I just, kind of avoid whatever causes pain. So Zumba does actually. As long as I don't squat or lunge, I'm fine. So that's been fun, and Huntington Beach classes grew. I mean, those classes started small, and people didn't like me there first because the new instructor, everybody like questioning. There's a lot of retired, a lot of white, very white community, and they're like, "We want music in English. What is this? Why is everything in Spanish?" I'm like, "It's Zumba." It's Zumba. But anyway, the complainers weeded out, and eventually I got like 30 something people in the class, and it was fun. But now I have to start from scratch. Well, the good news, the day we moved, literally like the next day after we moved, like we moved on Wednesday, on Thursday, as we still like unpacking boxes, the manager from Mid Wilshire, Mid Wilshire is like a 10-minute drive away, it's like 3 miles. He calls me and he says, uh, the manager from Huntington Beach called me and he said that you need a class to transfer. So do you want a class? And he offered me a class on Saturday. He's like, can you start this Saturday? I'm like, we literally just moved in, like, let me get back. But it was so cool because it was so fast. I'm like, wow, it really did work out. I don't know why I had no faith in it. Usually when you move, it takes like a little bit. But since I'm already employed, so it's easy. They just transfer me. I'm just putting gray in the waterline because it's not like white black, this color, the functional. It's like a grayish, brownish color, like it's real dark. So yeah, so I said next week. So today, I'm filming on Saturday. Today was my first class. And I'm gonna tell how many people showed up. 6. But this is what I expect. There was no class on Saturdays, like in a long time. They had nothing, literally. There's no classes, like no Zumba, nothing else. It's just a gym. And also this location, it has like a parking garage and it's paid for. But I think members get validated. But it's like a gate there. I don't know how the members get in because they gave me a card. You like scan the card and the gate goes up. I don't know, the members have the same thing. I'm like, it's going to be a problem to build a class if the members have no place to park, I don't know how to do it, but I hope. Well, one lady says she takes a bus. Bus. But, if it's convenient, why not? And it's a kind of a shady location because when I rode my bike there for the first time just to meet the manager because I was cycling, I cycle a lot, so I cycled past, and I parked my bike there, and there's the big ass sign there in front about the bike theft, like the bike theft happens, make sure you lock your bike. I'm like, wow, I've never seen a notice like that. I'm like, you're not in Huntington Beach anymore. This reminds me of New York. New York is like, yeah, you have to park your bike, lock it with a thick ass locks. But my lock is fine, but still I feel uneasy parking there, so I decided to drive. So long story short, we had the first class. I mean, I only had 6 people, but there's some nice people and we had fun. It was a great class. I'm gonna put a little bit of more of a opaque base for the shimmer, and this is a Revolution. Haven't used this in a while. I had this for years. I mean, I don't think primer expires, does it? I don't know. Oh yeah, it does have this little lid thing. What does it say? 12 months? I mean, who throws away primer after 12 months, right? I mean, what's gonna happen to it? I never had a pink eye or anything. So yeah, so that's about Zumba. So I'm gonna start teaching every Saturday, and I'll probably check out other gyms, like other 24-hour fitnesses, and speak with the managers, see if they need instructors. I don't like teaching nights. I used to teach nights a lot. But I think I wore myself out. It's like my whole body was worn out. And I can't digest fast food at night if I eat until late. Long story short, I would rather film videos at night and teach in the mornings, but you have to find a location where mornings are popular. Huntington Beach was like some retirement and also some stay-at-home moms, so I've got a lot of people there. So we'll see what happens. And there's a lot of LA fitnesses here, so I'm gonna go back to LA fitness and try to get a job with them. But we'll see. It'll work. It always takes time. But right now, I just want to film, and I haven't done drag videos in a while, because like whenever I would think like about filming drag video, like Fridays at drag, like who am I gonna do? And I kind of like would run out of inspiration. I'm like, I don't know, I'll just do contact lens review. They send me contacts, I'll do that. And then I was like, I was not motivated. It just I lost my motivation to film. Like I love makeup. I didn't like stop loving makeup, but I just didn't feel like filming anything. And now I feel like I want to do this again, even though I don't get any views worth a shit. I don't care. I just want to film. I want to paint my face and be happy. So that's the story pretty much. So we settled in this apartment. We had like a long apartment search. What shall we highlight the brow bone with? I think the silver might be a little bit too cool tone. It'll give you like a little off color. I'm gonna go back to the first palette and use, this is like my go-to highlight color. So here's a little apartment tour. Here's the kitchen. And here's the living room. We got, we can see stages, what do you call it, movie studios out of the window, and got cat toys, of course, and got Ali here. Ali, look at mama, look at mama. There he is, my beauty. And got water fountains, obviously. Here's the bedroom. I like that this place is very sunny and it's very bright. They had a place in Huntington Beach. I was a little dark, like they had a courtyard, and here's the bathroom, walk-in closet. It's open because Shangela is there, and he likes to sit in the upper shelf in the closet. Yep, Shangela is in the closet. And we got 2 more rooms, so that's a big improvement. We got 3 bedrooms. Here's my studio. Here's Mimi. I'm ready to film, and the baby's here. Yeah. Here's the baby. So that's second bathroom. It's my husband uses it because I got so much shit that he needs a separate bathroom. The way was supposed to be for a look, but yeah, I decided not to use it. And more cat pads, of course. Washer dryer here. That's a third bathroom, but we don't need 3 bathrooms, so this is a storage room for bicycles. Why not? And this is the office. So this used to be together with my beauty room. So everything was like this close. We always like back to back with my husband. Yep, Olive following me. And here's a gym equipment. So this is a gym now, and I have a big mirror here so I can practice Zumba choreography. So it's actually perfect. And that's pretty much it. That's the end of the tour, and we're gonna go on back to the makeup. So yeah, we kept driving to Hollywood from Huntington Beach like every week looking for rentals. There are a lot of like all-included apartment buildings, like all amenities, the gym, the pool, which I never use because I always go to the gym like where I work, and I never do the pool either. So for me, that's like I don't need it. I just like that those apartment buildings that have front desk stuff, and front desk will always like if there are any problems with the packages, there's Amazon lockers. And here, this building we ended up picking is because there's no amenities, and which means it's going to be more quiet. And there's only 20 apartments, which means it's going to be quiet, which I like because sometimes neighbors get loud, and also a lot of smokers, and it stinks in the hallways. And I hate the stench, like any kind of smoke, especially skunk weed. Oh, it's nasty. So hopefully it's gonna be nice because so far it's very quiet. But the only problem when there's new building, we can't get any mail. Nothing gets delivered. Because USPS still doesn't recognize the address. Oh, that's a brand new building. They literally just finished, almost finished it. This is working on the first floor. So the USPS doesn't know it. Well, like, we don't know her. And the FedEx, and it's like there's a call box downstairs to get in, so that's the only problem. Like, there's nobody, no person there, so they need to know the code to like to call us, and we can bust them in. But it's, you know, it's problematic. We had a few packages returned already. It's been difficult, and there is no internet. Our internet keeps breaking. We got Earthlink. I don't know if you guys know about Earthlink. Anybody? They seem to suck, majorly suck. I mean, suck. They just doesn't work. We paid like $99 every month, right? I mean, that's a lot of money. And there is no connection. It's like it breaks. My 5G connection at T-Mobile is faster than Earthlink, so I just keep disconnecting it and just getting rid of it and watch like YouTube through my phone. I mean, it's a nightmare. So I don't know. The building is wired supposedly for Spectrum. This is turned to a bitch and moaning video. The building is wired for Spectrum, but Spectrum says it's not, and it's like, it's a nightmare. Spectrum is usually good, but Earthlink, oh my god, I've never seen such garbage. So yeah, so this is pretty much where we're heading. So I'm gonna add a little bit lighter gray, and we're gonna come back and do the base. So for the primer, I'm going to use Laura Geller, and this is called Spackle Skin Perfecting Primer. Probably expired as well. It says 12 months. You know, I just started to look and they all expired, but I never have any problems with them, so we're gonna go for it. This is Boxer Charm, by the way. So that was a while ago. That's real old. But I still like it, and there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't smell funny, so I assume it's still good. I like it because it's kind of like almost like a moisturizer, a smoothing moisturizer. I've been into like a minimal skin makeup lately. I don't know what it is. I used to be like, I want full coverage. I want to be beat, and I don't want to see a single spot on my face, and I want to cover everything with powder. And now I'm like, I don't want to use powder. I don't know what happened to me, but I feel like it just will make it look crusty. Maybe my skin has dried out from too much retinol or something, but I feel like I need extra moisture, and I don't need all that powder unless it's like maybe slightly under eyes so it don't grease, but it's like it just looks so bad if it's too much. So yeah, you know, one thing is like for the video like this, and another thing for real life, it just looks awful if you do all this cake. It just does not look right. So I'm thinking about using something light, and this is my go-to. I've been using this for a long time. I still love Anastasia Beverly Hills, that luminous foundation that I got from Painted as Raven. So I'm gonna use this. This is 315N. I just put self tanner yesterday, so it should match perfectly. I usually when I lose my color, it kind of a little bit dark, but it should work. So let me know in the comments if you ever done Zumba, if you're interested, because I talk a lot about the gym stuff because it's actually my passion, and it was my passion before makeup and before YouTube and everything. I've been teaching for years, and this is just like my life. I love teaching group exercise. And sense of my voice, if you ever hear my voice and people say you sound like you're nervous or you're out of breath, it's spasmodic dysphonia. I got this years ago. It kind of like goes in and out. Sometimes it's a little better. If I talk too much, it gets worse. Like at the end of this video, yeah, that's what happens. It's kind of like your vocal cord spasm, and they don't let the air in or something because they spasm out, so they like stay open, so the air escapes and I get out of breath, and I can't pronounce vowels, so I like choke on vowels. So kind of sucks, but this is like one of those mystery neurological disorders. Nobody knows why. Kind of like a stutter. People don't know why it happens. It just happens. So yeah, I just got unlucky. But most of the time it's okay. Like now, It's alright. I feel like it's breaking off a little bit. It's just like annoying when people start like, why is she out of breath? Why is she so stressed? I'm not stressed. I'm like choking on my vocal cords. But yeah, people are stupid sometimes in comments. So for the concealer, probably gonna go with my NARS, which is probably expired as well. I don't care. This NARS concealer, I bought it a while ago. I think I bought it on NARS website on sale. And I think I'm like almost blended. I love it. It's very light coverage, but yet it builds up to kind of medium, I would say. But it's very light texture, that's what I mean. I just put some here and some here. I'm kind of doing my makeup what it would look like nice in everyday life, not in the studio lights, because I can cake it, but it's gonna look nice on camera. But if I go anywhere, people gonna look at me like, why is you so crusty? Why is your face crusty? So yeah. But you all know it, right? Most people do realize that YouTube and Instagram makeup, like the whole triangle concealer, you know, the full concealer all the way under eye, it just doesn't look real good in real life. It just looks like SHIT, and it's only in the lights, in the studio lights on camera looks nice, but in real life it's gonna look horrible. So, just FYI. So when I say I don't want to set my base, and I mean I'm gonna contour and blush with creams, and if I want to add a little powder later, I might, but I'm gonna try to keep it all cream so I don't have to like put a lot of powder on and powder. So I'm gonna use Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick, and it's full of cat hair, of course. And I'm not gonna draw lines on the face. It looks cool, like for Instagram, for the views, and it looks cool for drag makeup, but for real life, it's not bueno. And I'm just gonna use it on the brush. I'm just gonna stamp it on and blend it out. And it's already too much, but we're gonna fix it with a blending sponge. Yeah, I need a lighter contour stick because ABH is great, but it's mostly good for drag makeup, I think. And for real life, it's a little bit dark, but you know, it's workable. So you see, it creates kind of a smooth look, and you can push it in with the remains of the foundation, so it'll blend it out so it doesn't look like lines on the face. So it just looks like a subtle contour, and that's all. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the forehead. I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Bronzer, and this is color Caramel, and this is the one they sent me from Painted with Raven too. And I've been using it. It's not bad. At first when I got it, I'm like, it's a little too orange, but when you apply it like in moderate amounts, it works well. So I'm gonna use Smashbox Halo Sheer to Stay Color Tint, that's Lip and Cheek, and this is in the color Wisteria, and this was PR as well. And it's like one of those weird freak accidents I would call that a small influencer like me influencer will get PR from Smashbox, which is a big brand. I guess they send PR to like small people sometimes. And this is real pretty. It looks like it's gonna be very pigmented, but it is sheer. It blends out, so it adds a little bit of color. So this is the thing of mysterious origin. I honestly do not remember where this came from. I found this on the stash when we were moving. You know, when you move, you declutter. I decluttered some more old SHAT that I know I'm never going to use again. Like my shelves are way more organized now. But these, I think one of my friends sent me a while ago, and I decided not to use it, and because I wasn't into like a cream highlight. But now that I'm more into cream products, I'm like, I'm glad I did not declutter it or give it away, because it's very creamy, and I haven't even removed the ASMR. So, and the mirror is real nice too. So the colors are kind of a little weird, but they're very light. So I'm probably gonna go between yellow and pink. And I've used this before, and I'm gonna use the sponge itself. Just the only thing I do like to set is around the mouth, because when you talk, that's where it greases. So I might set it there, but other than that, I'm not gonna set much. I still love this CoverGirl Simply Ages, and this is instant wrinkle blurring breast powder, and this is in the color Fair. What is it? Ivory. Yeah. Fair ivory. And the reason being because it has a little bit of color, so it's not like completely translucent, so it gives you brightness under the eyes. And if you use it sparingly, it's not going to be cakey. So I see the little creases, so I'm going to take a small brush, tap off excess, and just set it where I need it to set it. So that's what I like to do. And also set around the mouth. That's where it crease. So I'm gonna use Stripped, and this is Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick. And for the lashes, if you're wondering, I used Ardell, and this is Studio Effects Wispies. I got this, I think, in TJ Maxx, and I actually love them. The band is super thin on it, super thin. It's like non-existent, and it's still very dramatic, but not overly dramatic, so they're like perfect. So this is the finished look. Very hydrated, very natural, and I put some lip gloss on top. Anastasia Beverly Hills as well. I like this kind of look. Do look good in real life, but on camera, I'm not sure how it's gonna come out. Most likely, all right, but most likely you won't see like a definition of like a lot of contour and the nose and the highlight because it's more subtle and the lights are bright. That's why when YouTubers do the makeup, like when you see with the triangles and the like painted contour with the studio lights and on camera, it looks great because everything washes you out. But in real life, you don't need that. Like real light, like daylight, it's not gonna look good, but this will. So, you know, this is my natural, well, not natural eye, but natural face. There you go. And it's a beautiful palette. Like, I love this. This is the first time I used it on its own. Oslo, Nomad Cosmetics, and it retails for 22 bucks. So if you guys are interested, go pick it up on nomadcosmetics.com. I don't have any affiliate codes. I just love the brand. There's the baby. Mimi? Mimi wants to say hello. She's asleep, she's out, and she's cold. If you're wondering what's behind me, that's what's behind me. Mimi loves to sit there when I film. Anyway, she's the sweetest girl. She sits in my arms. When she wants to be picked up, she comes to me. She climbs like, Mama, pick me up. I pick her up, and I hold her. She purrs. The sweetest baby. Anyway, off the topic. I'm a cat lady, obviously. Like, I mean, come on. So the greatest news, I'm marching in Pride Parade again this year on June 9th on Sunday, which is like in a week. Like tomorrow is June 2nd, so it's a Sunday after tomorrow. And this is a Pride Parade in Waco, and we're here in West Hollywood, well, West Hollywood, whatever. Potato, potato. So, on this note, we're gonna wrap this up because I'm probably gonna be a long video and pain in the butt to edit because, you know, I talk a lot, but that's the point, you know. This is a get ready with me talking video, and I'm good at this because I like to talk. Sometimes off topic. So anyway, let me know what you think, how you like apartment tour, like I love where we are. I'm not sure about the services in this building, but hope we'll get our stuff together. So like this video if you enjoyed it, and do consider subscribing if you like this type of content. Follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description box. So thank you all guys for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!